you all back up here in this holder. This one's doing it the right way, so we'll try it and see how it works. This should go on my regular channel, and if it does, then I won't have to do anything to it, I hope, because it's hooked up to the same IP address or whatever you call it. This phone is working like it's supposed to now, so I'm going to put my chair up. There. Hello, hi. Now I can read y'all's comments. There, that's good. Okay. Okay, let me bring you up a little closer here. All right, that's as close as I can get you. I've got my glasses on. I should be. I see you now. Yes, okay. Hi, everyone. Got one person watching. I guess that's Marie. Oh, it disappeared. Your name is either Marina or Marissa. But anyway, you're watching. Thank you. You gave me a thumbs up. That's good. I'm live, and that's what I wanted. Hopefully, this will go through. I had 19 people on here a while ago when I was having problems with it. So I guess they're not coming back. Marina, is that right? Am I pronouncing it right? Marina? Are you subscribed to my channel? Or you just happen to be walking by? I did put in my community post today that I was going to try to do a video today, anywhere between 3 and 7 o'clock. Hi, yes, okay, cool. I got your name and you are a subscriber. That's good. We had some really bad storms come through here last night. Y'all probably saw that on the news. Didn't affect the area where I live. It got Kennett and Poplar Bluff, which are two surrounding towns. And the sirens did go off here. I had an alert on my phone. But I didn't go down in my basement this time, and I'll tell you the reason why. This was like at 11:30 at night, and it was dark, and it's dark down in that basement, and I don't like going down there even in the daylight. I mean, I've got lights down there and everything. Okay, thank you, but I just don't like going down there. It's creepy to me. It's creepy down there. I do store my decorations, and I've got some sewing stuff down there. I go down there and get that. And I have went down there when we've had, hi Brian, hi. One of my longtime subscribers. He's been with me a while. I do watch a few videos on your channel, Brian. I haven't been over there in a while, Brian. I'll come back over and visit with you and see your chickens and everything. But I have to grab these 2 dogs and my phone to go down there. And a phone charger. I need to take a phone charger down there. Jimmy Griggs, 48-year-old truck driver. Hi, Jimmy. I've got a brother who's a truck driver. But anyway, I'm going to have to figure out some kind of a bag that I can put these 2 dogs in and hang over my neck or my shoulder and have my flashlight in a purse to go down there. Because I usually have to go down there and take one dog and then come up and get the other one. It takes me a long time to get up and down them steps. It's a long, deep area, and they're pretty steep. They don't go out like this where they're easy to walk down there. They're steep like this. So I didn't go. I opened up the front door. I could hear the rain and the wind, and I kept my phone with me, and I just sat in here. They had it for 2 hours. It was supposed to go till 12:30 or 1. And nothing else happened here. I didn't hear any more sirens and stuff. So I just stayed up here. I thought I'll take my chances. I've been sewing today, y'all. I'm working on them dish mats that I get at the Dollar Tree that I'm turning into hot pads to give for presents for Christmas, birthdays, and stuff like that. The first one I made was real ratchety, and I did a video on it, and I showed you. It looked okay when you were standing far off like this, but when you got up close to it, it didn't look very good. I was having a lot of trouble with the corners. I had some new ideas of some things to do. So the ones that I'm working on now, I thought that that's what Dad did. He said he's staying in bed. Yeah. I figured, if it's my time to go, the Lord's going to find me wherever I'm at, if I'm upstairs or down. So I got my blanket on here. I've had some people ask questions about this blanket. They saw it when I did my BookTube Thursday. I didn't make this blanket. I seen it online on an online store and I fell in love with it. It's got chihuahuas on it and I have a chihuahua. So I bought it to use and I'm loving it. I've got it pinned to my Hello Kitty blanket, which stays on this chair all the time. And so I can cover it like this. I can put my arms underneath it when I'm cold. But you know what? We've got some really warm weather here. Yesterday and today has been really warm. I think yesterday I had my front door open all day. I went to bed early. And then I woke up around 11:30 and that's when the alarm went off. I had got up to go to the bathroom and then take the girls out to go to the bathroom. And when I was walking back through the kitchen, the alarm went off on my phone. And I figured it was an Amber Alert because I get those a lot. And then when I picked it up, I saw that they said there was a tornado warning out to take shelter. So I stayed up here. I figured, like I said, if it was my time, I'd be gone anyway. But they did have quite a bit of damage in Poplar Bluff. Me, I am soon to be 72. My birthday's a couple of months away. How old are you? Me? Are you Sherry? Are you talking to me or Marina? But I answered the question anyway for both of you if you're the ones that's asking. I'm soon to be 72. I started this YouTube channel 5 years ago, 2020. I started in November. And at that time, I was still working full time. And then I kind of retired. I actually was working two jobs. I think I was working two jobs when I was doing this. And then I quit one job and I ended up retiring from both of them. Then I went back to work as a caregiver for an elderly gentleman. And that was 7 days a week. So that was pretty much full time. I worked a lot of hours there, but I loved that job. That was the best job that I've ever had. I enjoyed doing it. And if I find another job like that, I'm going to go back to work. But for right now, I'm just staying here. I'm being very frugal with my money. Things that I'm no longer using, I'm downsizing my house. I'm doing that thing called the Swedish death cleaning. Have you heard of that? And then I advertise it online on Marketplace, Facebook to try to sell it. And then after a couple of weeks, if it don't sell, I donate it. You're a new subscriber, Sherry Smith. Hi from California. Oh, I used to live in California. I'm in Missouri. I'm in Southeast Missouri in the Boot Heel. But I've lived in California too, all over out there. Don't even ask me where because I've lived at so many places. My family moved around a lot as a child growing up. We either lived in California or Missouri. I've lived in La Puente, El Monte, Hacienda Heights. I can't even think. I'm going to make a list of that every time I think. West Covina. And I've lived all around here in Missouri too. I've lived in St. Louis. I've lived in Kennett. I've lived in Van Duzer. I've lived in Wapapello. Right now I'm in Dexter. I've lived a lot of places here in Missouri too. Right now where I'm at, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm happy where I'm at. I like my house. I like my neighborhood. I told the landlady when I moved in here, when I leave this place, they'll be carrying me out on a stretcher because I'm not going nowhere. I'm happy here. I got good neighbors on both sides. Well, I only got neighbors on one side of me now over there. The gentleman that lived behind me, he was here when I moved in, and he was a good neighbor to me, a very good neighbor. I just superficially Googled Southeast Missouri. Yes. Well, then look at Dexter. You'll find where I'm at. And he recently left, and I think they put him in a nursing home because his health was getting pretty bad. But I've got a new family over here. It's a young couple with three daughters, three young daughters, and they seem pretty nice. They don't get wild. They do have parties, and they have a lot of company, especially around the holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas, they had a lot of people over there. In fact, she come over and asked me if it was okay if they parked cars out front because they didn't have enough room. And I told her, I said, y'all can park out front. You can park in my driveway behind my car. And if out back, I've got a garage and I've got a big old long. Me, are you married and have kids? Me, I am divorced and I don't have any children living. I had one son who was killed And I have grandchildren that I've not seen. There's a whole big hassle of a story behind that. And thank you to the person who said I did not look my age. I appreciate it. Um, and I plan on doing a video explaining about how my son was killed. I just haven't been emotionally able to do that because I know a lot of people wonder about it. People ask me all the time, do I have children? I don't know how to answer them. How do you answer that question? Um, do I say yes, even though he's not living? Because then they're going to ask, how is he married? Does he have kids? Or do you say, I have one and he's dead? Or I don't know what to tell them. Generally, when I'm filling out surveys or applications and stuff, and they ask me, I'll just say no. Thank you, Cheryl. I just say no. If they say, do you have any children? I just say no and just leave it at that. Because I figure if I say no, they just probably think I never had any. I had him pretty late in life. I was close to 30 when I had him. So, yes, I do have a child. But then when they start asking the questions that come behind it, I don't really know what to say. Brian's going to find out all about me. He said, I just Googled Dexter, Missouri. It's not a very big town. We do have a Walmart here, and we got one grocery store. That's it if you want to buy food here. You can drive to Sikeston or Bloomfield or Bernie or something like that, and you can go to Sikeston and have Aldi's, and they have Rulers. They have a lot of different grocery stores over there. I mainly shop at Walmart because they have a better selection. And the grocery store that we have here is called Harps, and they're really expensive. They're high. I haven't been in Harps. Well, now I take that back. I have to go on Harps once a month to pay my utility bill. It's a small town. Yes, it is small. I think the population is 7 or 8,000. Google that for me, Brian, and let me know what my population is. I think it's around 7 or 8. I bought an awesome computer monitor at Walmart. You know what, Brian? I had a computer and I could not figure out how to hook that stupid thing up. I figured if I've got Wi-Fi here in the house, I figured all I had to do was bring it in, plug it in, turn it on, and it would automatically hook up. But they started wanting me to do things to it, and I don't know how to do all this stuff technical. So I used it maybe a couple of times trying to figure out. Yes, I do, Marina. I like a small town because I know a lot of the people here because I grew up here off and on. My family moved here in 69 and I got married in 70 and we moved away in the military. And then we come back and then I've moved away and then I've come back and then I've moved away. So I keep returning to it even though I move away coming back. But I like it here because I like the convenience of being in a small town. And if I need to, that's what you say, you don't have any hugs to you. Thank you. Starlight Dreamer? Is that your name? Hi. Yeah, that's what I thought around 7. I said 7 or 8,000. That's what, thank you, Brian. But yeah, I tend to gravitate to it, I guess, because my mom and my dad were alive when we lived here the first time, and I just feel they're actually buried here. I just feel better being here. And I actually will probably be buried here too. I'm not actually going to be buried. I'm planning on being cremated. But this is just where I've always been. And now that I've gotten older, I don't want to have to move. It's very difficult to move at my age. I can't pick up and pack a lot of stuff and carry boxes and things like I did when I was younger. So I don't want to have to move from here again if I don't have to. I'm happy here. I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with everything that I got. I think that's cool. Roots. Yeah. I put down roots here. Oh, I hate it too, Marina. I do. You know how people have that old expression where they say, I'd rather take a beating than to do something? I don't know so much that I'd rather take a beating as to do something, but I hate moving. I always have. I don't really know of anybody to be honest, that say they enjoy moving, really. But I think part of my reason is because my family did move a lot. Uh, I'll answer that question in a minute, Cheryl. When we were growing up, my family was constantly moving, and I was always the new kid in school, and I hated that. So that's part of the reason I hate moving. Um, this lady asked me if I had any brothers or sisters. There's 9 of us in our family. I have a set of twin brothers. One of them has passed away. There are 6 girls and 3 boys. Um, yeah, 6 girls and 3 boys. I'm the second oldest. So I'm a middle child. Is that what you'd call me? Even though I'm the top of the other ones underneath. Did a lot of babysitting growing up because I babysitted my brothers and sisters. Uh, in fact, they were the only ones that I babysitted. My older sister used to get jobs babysitting for people, just strange people. I never did that. I babysitted for my own brothers and sisters. My mom and dad never had to. Uh, I'll answer that question in a minute too, Marina. My mom and dad never had to pay for a sitter because they had built-in babysitters. My older sister and I always got to babysit. I forget what that question was you asked me. You asked me about my brothers and sisters. I can't remember what she asked me. I told her I would answer it. Now I can't remember. And I don't know how to make those questions come back up. Now that I've got it set up here and working, I don't want to bother it. I want to leave it like it is. Um, and I'm hoping that this one shows up on my regular channel. I do have, a section in my playlist for live videos, but I don't really like to put them there because I have family members that watch my videos, and I don't know if they know how to get into the playlist to watch the live. So I'm hoping this just show. She asked you, do you have any family out where you live? Okay, yes. Let's see. I have one sister in a town about 15 miles away. And then I have another sister in another town that's about 15 miles away. And I think that's all of my immediate family. I have a cousin that lives in Kennett, and the rest of them all live in other states. Tennessee, Kentucky, and Indiana, I think, is where they all live. So, yeah, it's just me and my sister in this town, my sister in the other town. The sister in the one town is my oldest sister, and the other one's a sister right under me. Nieces and nephews all live in different towns, different states. Cousins live in different states. Yeah, we scattered. You know how it is when you grow up. I grew up around my cousins. We lived in the same house, but when people become adults, they kind of move away and drift apart. Oh, yes, I forgot about that, sister. Sorry. I have another sister that lives in another town that's about 15 miles away. So there's those 3 sisters. Those 3 sisters and me. I forgot about her. I wasn't doing that on purpose. I'm old, Your memory goes when you get old. I forgot. I just honestly forgot. But no, we don't get together at all. No, we don't. Last few times we got together, it's been at a funeral. And that's the worst way to get together with family. I know that. Weddings are okay. Who lives in Kentucky? I think Carolyn lives in Kentucky. Or is that Tennessee? I know there's Indiana. David and Cindy live in Indiana, and Larry did too. Oh, yeah, I have a brother that lives around me. He lives in another town that's about 30 miles away, but he's in a nursing home. I forgot about him too. I think Carolyn lives in Kentucky. Chastity lives in Kentucky. Yeah, we can call Tennessee. Okay, my mistake. I'm sorry. I'm old. We can call, and I have called them at different times. Same here. Last time I got together with my, yeah, funerals. As you get old, that's pretty much all you've got left as far as socializing. And I wish that it would show the comments on the screen for you guys to see in case I missed some. I guess the people that are watching this live see the comments under the video because they answered a question that I asked about another one. But when it comes on the playback, if it plays back on my channel, I don't think it'll post the questions, the comments underneath it. It never has before. And I know there's a way to do it because I've seen on channels where other people have lives. Once they're posted, their comments show up underneath that. But if you're watching this on playback, yeah, I've got a couple uncles I'd like to talk to again that have passed away. My favorite uncle has passed away a long time. He's been gone a long time. And then I had another uncle and aunt that lived in California that passed away several years ago that I was pretty close with. I've got two uncles and one aunt left. And one of those uncles is in a nursing home. The uncle and the aunt live in California, and I think they still live in their own home because I send them Christmas cards and stuff, and I address it to a street in a town there. So I think they still live in their home that they've lived in pretty much probably all their life. But no, we don't get together. When my mom was alive, Thanksgiving was a big thing because I don't know if she loved to cook. She did cook. She liked it because my daddy enjoyed it, having the Thanksgiving feast and the family. If we were married and moved away, we would come home for Thanksgiving. But we always, when we were kids living at home and growing up there, we always had a big Thanksgiving celebration. My mom would start the day before or get up early in the middle of the night and start the turkey and pretty much made all the desserts from scratch. The pumpkin pie and the banana pie, not banana pie, banana pudding, pumpkin pie, pecan pie. What do you do to keep busy? I'm into crafts. I love to sew. I'm quilting. I read. I watch YouTube. I watch videos, movies on my TV. And my TV went off. I don't know why. I had it on because I was using the light from the TV so that it kind of helped brighten it up in here, but it's not showing up. I could turn it off. It's not going to matter because it's not showing up like it's supposed to anyway. And I got this is a Skittles drink. That's purple. Because my throat got dry. I was ready. I started getting ready around 2:30. I went in there and I brushed my hair, found something decent to wear. This is a nightgown. I'm in my nightgown pretty much all the time, unless I'm going anywhere. I'm in my nightgown. Got me something to drink here in case my throat got dry. Made sure my dog was up here, right here, which I knew she was going to be up here anyway. The other one will come over here sometimes, but her and her sister fight. They don't get along. So she has to kind of sneak her way up here, and then she'll get under the blanket on the other side and hang out with me. But usually it's just me and Jade. But I've been making quilts, or actually quilt tops, patchworking, string quilting, which is something my grandmother taught me how to do. And right now I'm working on those Dollar Tree dish mats that I'm turning into hot plates to give for Christmas presents. I make a lot of my Christmas. I start in January, and I got something new I'm doing this year. This is going to help me out a lot in December if it works out. When I come across something that I buy for somebody, or I finish making something, I wrap it right then in Christmas paper, put their tag on it to them from me, put it away. I've got a tote in there that's designated just for Christmas. Then I've got a notebook that I write Christmas 2025, and I write down the item and who it's going to. That way, as the year progresses, that's my husband 4 years ago, and I only have one daughter. I miss Vicky. Where do you get a mattress pad and mattress sheets for single bed, not a twin, a single bed? At Walmart. The last set of sheets that I got, I actually ordered them online because I wanted flannel for the winter, and Walmart didn't have any. I bought one. Well, I didn't buy it. A friend of mine bought me a set of flannel sheets one year when I was working to have on my bed, and she probably ordered them. Walmart don't carry that stuff anymore, but I ended up ordering it from. No, they didn't have it at the store. Yeah, probably have to go online like I did when I wanted them flannel sheets. I had to order them from Amazon. Probably paid a little bit more for them, but I think flannel sheets are kind of expensive anyway. I do sleep on a twin bed. Um, the blankets and comforter and sheets that I got on there, most of that stuff was gifts from different people when I were working. Um, and then I picked up some sheets at yard sales. I found them at thrift stores, twins, twin sets also, king and queen. I buy the large flat king and queen sheets to use when I make my quilts. And I picked up odd pieces of sheets, that had the Hello Kitty print on it for my bedroom at thrift stores and yard sales and stuff like that. And once a while they'll go through a phase where they carry a lot of Hello Kitty stuff at Walmart, and I can find a comforter or a sheet set there. But I've downsized a lot of that too. I gave a whole bunch of bed sheets away. Um, I'm just keeping 3 sets in rotation: one that's on the bed, one that can be in the dirty laundry, and one that's clean and folded in the drawer to put away. That's all I want. And enough pillowcases to go with the pillows because I have a bunch of pillows on my bed. I like pillows. I have one, two, three king size pillows that I sleep with, and then like 3 regular standard size. So I would keep those 6 pillowcases. 6 for the 6 pillows times 3 for the 3 sets. Does that make sense? Wash, on, and dirty, or dirty, folded and then put away and on the bed. So, but yeah, I went through all them. I went through my towels. I got rid of a bunch of towels. I had a bunch of towels in there, and I downsized the towels to. My coworker says it puts a twin bed in your room. Oh, Jackie. I've been sleeping on a twin bed for a long time because it's just been me. When my husband and I were together, I had bought a king size bed and we had that, but he was sleeping on a twin bed when I met him, and he brought the twin bed with him when we got married, and we slept in separate beds until we bought the king size bed, and I think we sold or gave away his, and we kept mine because it was pretty brand new. It was still in good shape, and I'm glad that we did. We uh we either put it in the other bedroom or stacked it up in the hallway, because whenever he left me, he actually took the king size bed with him, and that's all he left me was the twin. So I'm kind of glad we hung on to mine because that's the bed that I've got in there that I'm sleeping in now. But as far as craft goes, that's what I do. I like to read. I've started doing on Thursdays, BookTube Thursday, where you show a book that you're reading or that you plan to read and you talk about it. Um, that's a open collab that I'm in with 2 other ladies. One of them's Patty from Life with Patty, and the other one, I hope I get her name right, is Darlene, and her channel, oh, I can't remember. Uh, that's what I've got. That's the kind of bed I've got. And actually, I'll probably need to replace it. I'm sure the mattresses is wore out. Box springs, I got a box springs and just the regular, I got the platform box spring and then the mattress on top. What are the new ones made out of? If they don't have box springs, what are they made out of? It's been so long since I bought a bed, I don't know. I'm downsizing my kitchen too. I've gotten rid of a lot of pots and pans. I used to have a whole big old stack of saucepans in there, and I don't know why. I picked up a lot of them at yard sales. I know that. But then I got to thinking, I've only got 4 burners on the stove. A sleep sleep bed. Oh, I would love to have one of them beds that you can raise the top up and raise your feet up. I would love to have one of them. They don't make them in twin size though. And this chair right here, I saw a lady in another video that I watched. They had a recliner that was the exact kind of recliner I was looking for when I bought this one. And I went to 3 different stores looking for it. I took a tape measure with me. High born chosen. Is that what it says? I got my glasses on so I can kind of read y'all's comments. Plus, I don't have that thing across the screen. Oh yeah, I went to 3 stores. I had a tape measure with me, and I was measuring the width of the mattress because I wanted an extra wide recliner. And all of them were pretty much measured out the same. And I asked that sales lady, I said, is this the size of every recliner? She said, hello there. I just happened to see you're on. And before I get to editing, I thought I'd be able to watch you for a little while. Oh, it went away. It doesn't stay up there long enough for me to read. I have to read fast. But anyway, I asked her and she said, yeah, that's pretty much the only size they are as standard. Well, she told me a fib because this lady who I watched in the video had one just like I was looking for. It's an extra wide recliner. This seat part here is wide. It's like a seat and a half. And the foot part that comes up on a regular recliner is just that part in the middle that comes up. You don't have nothing coming up on your arms. The one that she had, oh, Miss Peach, hi. The one that she had when her recliner came up, there was a portion beside the arms of the chair that came up along with it. That's the kind I was wanting. And this will probably seem crazy to you guys. But the reason I was wanting it like big like that was so when the dogs get up here, or dog, I just had one dog at that time. When Jay gets up here, there's room for her. She's laying right now up here, and between me and her, there's hardly any room. She's scrunched right in there. If I had that extra wide, it'd be like she had her own little space over here that she could lay in, and then I'd be here. And I may still look and see. We've got a furniture store here in town that I bought furniture from. I bought washer and dryer and an icebox there. But I kind of boycotted them, if that's what you want to call it, and I refused to shop there. I might have to break down my walls and go ahead and do it anyway. Because I think when I was in there, I seen they had those extra wide big man recliners. I think that's what they're called, big man recliners. And I didn't buy it at that time, and I should have when I was shopping there. But I kind of boycotted them, and I don't go back in their store. I actually drove to another town and looked at the 3 furniture stores there when I picked this one out and bought it. I've had it for, how old is this? 3 or 4 years. It's not very old. It still works good. It's fine. But I really did want a big one. I figured the only furniture I got in my living room is 2 recliners. That one over there, I paid $40 for it at a thrift store. Perfect. No rips, no tears. It works fine. It's very comfortable. It's just ugly. It's a very ugly chair. And of course, I've got it covered with blankets like I do this one. I always cover the furniture up, to help keep it clean. This one's got a cover on it too. This blue you see right here. My mom used to read her all kind of wrong. Yeah, that's the way I do with dog ear. This is a blue cover, recliner cover that I ordered from Temu. Excuse me. That's a bad thing about live. You can't edit that stuff out. Let me get a drink, maybe that'll help. And when you're doing a live, if you have to get up and get something, you have to just let the camera go. When I'm recording, that's what I've got. A sausage dog and a chihuahua. That's what I've got. Um, when I'm recording a video, if I make a mistake, I just leave it in there. And then when I'm editing, I just cut that part out. So like if I cough or sneeze or something, you can't do that when you're doing a live. But what I've got right now, I'm trying to downsize it because I know my time is near, and I don't want my family to have to come in here and go through this mess. They're going to, even when I get downsized as much as I want, they're still going to have a lot of junk to go through in here. And a lot of it I know is junk that none of them's going to want, whoever it may be. My family may not be around when I go. They may be all gone too. And it may be the landlord or the state or somebody that comes in here and goes through this stuff. And if it is at that point, they'll probably just set everything out on the street and have a big sale. Like an auction, like an estate sale. Is that what they call them? Where they tag stuff, a tag sale or whatever. But if my family comes in here and they want to have a tag sale, that's fine. I'll be gone. I ain't going to use it. I've downsized all my books to the point the only books I have are the ones that I'm reading. And every once in a while, I might buy a new one that I'm reading, but I've gotten rid of all the other books. And I had a bunch of books, and I've gotten rid of all of them. I'm going through my kitchen, and I've gotten rid of it. But I sold some of my chicken stuff online because I have chickens in my kitchen. And I went through some bowls and plates and canisters and chicken stuff and got rid of them. I sold a set of chicken plates that I had that I didn't use, and I've got another set in there now that I need to downsize and get rid of. Just keep the bare necessities what you need, because right now I'm like, I wear, when I go out, which is once a week, unless I got a doctor's appointment or something, one pair of shoes that I put on, and I seem to gravitate towards that same pair. I got a whole closet full of shoes. I bought most of them when I was working a couple of years ago to wear with my outfits. So I need to really go through them and probably get rid of some of them. I keep hanging on to them because I'm thinking if I find another job like I had where I want to, change outfits, I like to coordinate, match my shoes to my top or my pants. And I've got those shoes in there that I can do that. And if I get rid of them, then I'll have to. But pretty much now I just wear the same pair of shoes when I go to town. I've got a pair of black clogs that I wear, or a pair of slip-ons that I ordered through Avon many, many, many years ago. And every time I wear them, people give me compliments. I like your shoes. Where'd you get them? They don't even carry them anymore. They're very comfortable. They don't have no straps or buttons or anything. You just slide your foot into them. So I wear those. And I pretty much wear the same clothes when I go out. I've got a dress that I like to wear. I've got a skirt that I like to wear. And if I'm not in the dress or the skirt, I'm putting on a pair of leggings that I ordered from Temu, and that's what I wear when I go to the grocery store. And it's usually the same pair of leggings that I got because they're comfortable. I like the way they fit. They're very nice. And I put that same pair of leggings on, go to the store, come home, and I take them right off. They're not dirty or anything, so I fold them up and put them in the basket, and then I'll wear them 3 or 4 times before I, actually wash them because they're not dirty. I don't get them dirty just driving to Walmart and back. But I've had, Jade is, I think she'll be 7 years old this year. And then the other one that I got, they told me she was 3 years old when I got her. So she'll be 4 or 5. I don't know. I think she's older than that just by looking at her mouth and her teeth and stuff. I think she's older than that. But they're both pretty good dogs, I guess. I've seen videos on YouTube and stuff where people go to work and come home and their dogs have destroyed the wall and chewed the doors and ripped up pillows and chewed up legs and couches. Jade has never done that. knock on wood. And Ginger don't do that. Now, when I give them stuffed toys that they find, like I find at a yard sale or something, they will tear those open and tear the stuffing out of them. And that I don't care about because that's what I got them for. I buy them for a dime or a quarter or 50 cents. They can tear them up. They've never chewed up my shoes like I've seen people's dogs do. They don't get my clothes and chew them up. Um, they're pretty good. They're really pretty good. Um, when they need to go, what I put on in the morning, oh, we're all doing that. Well, Miss Peach, I don't even get dressed. I'm generally in a nightgown. I've even recorded, like I'm recording right now, I've recorded my videos in my nightgown. In my earlier videos, if y'all went back on my channel and watched them, I do have regular clothes on in a lot of them. That's back when I was working and I would come home from work and I had my street clothes on and I would do the video. So I would have a blouse and a pair of blue jeans on and my makeup and my hair done and everything. Um, but after I retired and got to where I don't do nothing, I put on a nightgown and wear it all the time. My sister does that too, my oldest sister. I hope she gets to watch this video. Um, she comes home from wherever she goes to. She puts on a nightgown with a house coat over it. Now, I don't know if she wears the nightgown and the house coat all the time or if she just puts the house coat on when she has company there. And she just wears a nightgown when it's just her. But she gets out of her street clothes immediately and puts that gown and that house coat on. Well, when I get up in the morning, I either wear Joyce. Oh, okay. Miss Peace Joyce. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Vicky. Off to the next surfing wave. Yeah. I'm so sure. Bye, Brian. I used to surf too when I lived in California. He don't live in California. I don't know, where do you live, Brian? If you haven't already left the chat, he said he was going surfing, but I don't think he lives where they're surfing. I know he's got a boat and he's got a little, either a motorcycle or a North Minnesota. Okay. Some kind of motorcycle. What do they call them? Bikes, some smaller ones. Oh, okay. Oh, oh, okay. I get it. Sorry, Brian. I didn't know. He said he said he was going surfing. I thought he meant he was actually getting out in the water, which it's cold anyway. But he was talking about internet surfing. I didn't know. I forgot there was that thing of surfing the webs. But yeah, yeah. He said he was going to. He said he was going surfing, and I thought he meant actually going out in the water. Was I was thinking it's kind of cold for that, isn't it? Maybe it's not so bad because it did get up in 60s and 70s a few days ago here. But he meant surfing on the web. So he's going surfing, but he's going surfing on the web. I got dishes in there. Bye, Brian. Thanks for stopping in. Did you remember to do me a thumbs up? Do that before you leave. Um, I've got dishes in there that I need to wash, and I need to sweep the living room, and I've got laundry to fold. I might do a video on that. Um, I wanted to do a live because I hadn't done one in a while. The last Saturday, I was planning on doing a live then, and I accidentally laid down to take a nap. Yeah, in a second. Okay, thank you, Brian. See you later. Um, and I woke up. I was supposed to have it at 7, and I woke up like at 8:30, and I thought, well, it's too late to have it. If there was anybody waiting to come on there and talk to me, they're gone by now. But now I've had several people say, try to give us a little notice to post ahead of time when you're going to be doing a live. Sometimes I like to just pop up and do a pop-up live. But today, when I got up this morning, I thought, I'm going to do a live today. So I'm going to do a little notice. I posted in my post things on my community tab. Oh, I've got some music. Oh, yes. I know Miss Peach always does the music on Sundays on her lives. And she does a live every Sunday and plays the piano and sings. And you can go and sing along with her or just listen to her. But I did post today that I was going to be doing a live, and I planned it between anywhere between 3 and 7. I figured sometime in that time frame. And I haven't laid down and taken a nap. I've been up since I got up today because I did go back there and get some laundry out of the washing machine and put it in the dryer, and then took what was in the dryer out. And there's 2 laundry baskets back there now of clothes that need to be folded and put away. Then I had one basket up here that had been sitting here for a couple of days, and I had washcloths in it that I needed to fold up and get put away. So I done that, and I haven't cooked anything. I've been eating my freezer meals from my meal planning that I do. I wrote a gospel song, Miss Pete. Okay, you should go over on Joyce's channel. Her channel's name is Miss Peach Thrifty Living. I think that's what it's called. Miss Peach, yes. And Sally, okay, hi, Virginia. Sally from Virginia. But I never played any kind of musical instrument. I never was talented like that. But you know what? I never really was interested in it either. I liked science, I liked English, and I liked home ec and art in school. That was all I cared about. I did not want to be in band. I didn't care about learning how to play a musical instrument. I bet my parents is really glad about that because having 9 kids, just think if a lot of them kids wanted to be in band or something. I wasn't interested in being a cheerleader or doing any of that stuff. My brothers never played football or anything. So my parents got off pretty easy with us kids because we didn't have no extracurricular activities. I can't even say it. You know, stuff you do outside of school, like cheerleading and flag twirling and band and all that. I never was interested in it. Um, Playing an instrument, I wished I could. I wish I could play the piano or the guitar or something, but I never was interested in that kind of stuff. I wasn't even really interested in being in schools just because I had to be there. I never did make good grades. I just made enough to pass from one year to the next because I didn't care. And even then, I just kind of didn't even really care about that. Um, I don't think I ever made a B. I might have made some B's and A's in arts and home ec, but I was C average mostly. Don't think I ever got any F's, but I'm pretty sure I got D's. Yeah, thank you, Miss Peach. Or thank you, Joyce. I'll have to remember to call you by your name, Joyce. Um, my earlier videos were all about that of storytelling. That's pretty much what I did in the beginning videos was talk about my childhood, things that happened to me when I was a kid and stuff. I got slapped around the face by a teacher. Uh-oh. That ain't even right. Uh, I mean, back in the days, you probably could have got away with that. But if somebody does that, and nowadays, that'd be a big lawsuit about it. Teachers aren't allowed to touch the kids. I got paddled in school. Back when I growed up, the principal was allowed to give you a whipping if you deserved it. I don't even know if they had to get permission from the parent or not. I don't know. I don't remember. But I got paddled. But you can't do it anymore. Really, technically, in today's world, the parents can't even hit the kids. And let me tell you. Okay, you're writing in a language that I can't read. Whoever that last comment was from, I don't read that. It's not in English. That was another thing I never really cared about was learning a foreign language. I did take Spanish for a little bit, but I never was. Dutch. Okay, I never was really good in it, and I didn't care about French or German or any of that other stuff. Never took any foreign languages or anything. Um, I thought at one time that I might want to go to college and study to be a veterinarian, but I changed my mind on that when I found out that you had to euthanize people's pets when they got old or when they were injured and couldn't be fixed. So I wasn't interested in doing that. I was there for operating on them, maybe, and sewing up a cut or something like that and giving them their vaccinations, but I didn't care about that part of it. You know, having a old couple come in there with a dog they'd had for 20 years and having to put it to sleep. I couldn't have done that. Hearing people cry, I've seen videos. Um, I think it was probably on TikTok or something, might have been on YouTube, where people took their dogs to the vets to have them euthanized, and they gave them chocolate because chocolate's toxic to dogs, and they were taking them there to have them euthanized, so they knew they could have chocolate; it wouldn't matter anyway. And then they hold the dog while it was eating the chocolate and crying. That just hurt me so much. I just couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to be there with a needle with poison in it and watch somebody feed their dog a piece of chocolate and then hold it and cry while they knew that the dog was dying. I just couldn't do that. I love animals. I love all animals. I'm not as scared of snakes, lizards. I don't care. Turtles, I like all of them. Bunny rabbits, guinea pigs, horses, donkeys, pigs, cats. I like every kind of animal. There's probably no animal that I don't like that I can think of anyway. A lot of people are scared of snakes. They don't bother me. They've never done anything to harm me. Until they do, I'm okay with them. A lot of people say they see a snake, they run the other way. That's not me. They never bothered me. If I see a snake and it's slithering, I'll stop and let it finish slithering where it's going. But I don't never try to pick them up or anything like that. But they don't bother me. I've even had a pet snake. I've got photographs somewhere when I was in my early 20s where I had a pet snake, a little green garter snake. It wasn't no big python or anything like that. But I think I've had lizards, and I know I've had fish and turtles. I've had pet turtles. Uh, Charlotte knows that. Um, I don't like spiders. Used to, spiders didn't bother me. I don't like spiders anymore. Y'all could probably guess why. I don't think I've ever talked about it on my channel before, but I mean, I did. If a spider got in the house, I would step on it or get a paper towel or something and kill it, and I still do that now. But they didn't never bother me to see them around. Now when I see them, I get the icks. I'll still kill them and get them out because I don't want them around me. But before, when I seen them crawling, it didn't bother me. Now I don't even want to watch them crawling. I don't like them. So, but yeah, I still like pets. I still like pets of all kinds. I had 3 horses at one time. I had a pet pig. A mini. It wasn't a pot-bellied pig. It was a different type. I can't even remember the type of pig it was now. At the time when I got it, uh, I looked it up, research it and everything. I remember that. Mice don't bother me. Um, I've got mice in my house that are destructive that I wished I could get rid of. Charlotte. But mice don't bother me. I've had pet gerbils and I've had pet mice. Um, my sister's on here and she's wanting me to tell y'all why spiders bother me. I got bit by a brown recluse and I had to have surgery on my leg 3 times. And I got a big hole in my leg where it bit me and I didn't even know that's what it was when it happened. Um, I felt a little pinch and I didn't pay any attention to it. I was going to Sonic to get something to eat and I was getting dressed. And I pulled a shirt down over my head. And I guess the spider was inside the shirt. It had been hanging in a closet because the place that I rented had a lot of bugs in it, spiders and stuff. And and then when I was pulling my pants up, I guess it was in the top and it had crawled out. And when I was pulling these sweatpants on, I guess when I opened the waistband up to step in, it dropped down in there. And it landed on my thigh. And when I pulled the pants up and they pressed down on it, I guess they pressed on the spider and made the spider mad. It bit me. That's when I felt the pinch. So I went ahead and went to Sonic and it kept itching and I was scratching. What is that itch? I couldn't figure it out. Well, after a few days, that spot got all red and blistery and irritated. And I think it took 2 or 3 days before I finally convinced myself that wasn't normal. I need to go to a doctor. And that's what it was. It was a brown recluse. And of course, when they bite you, they shoot that poison in there that causes your flesh to decay. And the doctors had to debride that. Take scissors and cut all that dead skin out. And then I had to change the Band-Aid twice a day and clean it out and put this goopy stuff in there. And I've got a hole right there. So now if I see, when I first moved in this house, there was a spider in the bathroom. I killed it, and I called the landlord and told them there's spiders in the house and I'm very afraid of them because I got bit once. Can you come and spray it? And the landlord came right over and brought some stuff and sprayed all around the bathroom and the rest of the house and said, if you have any more problems with me, let me know. I haven't seen any more spiders, knock on wood, since he done that. I'm sure there's some in here hiding somewhere. I take that back. Back by the back door one time, I saw them little, what I call jumping spiders. But they're the little ones that's got the big buggy eyes and look like they got little fangs and they're real jumpy. I saw all those back by the door. And I've seen spider webs, in different places too. So I'm sure there's spiders in here. But I don't really see them out around since he sprayed. If I do start seeing them around anymore, then I'll call him and he'll come back and spray again. But so let's see, how long have I been? Oh, I've been on here almost an hour. I'm surprised these dogs haven't been bugging me to go out. But I did take them out. I took them out, let them go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. I brushed my hair, got a drink, and got everything all ready. Put on my glasses so I could read my comments. I was prepared for this live. I wasn't prepared for the last one. I thought, well, if I get to do a live, so I guess next time I do another live, I'll have to use this phone right here. And I sure hope that this will play on my regular channel when I turn it off, because right now they're posting it on my playlist of lives. And I've got a sister who watches it on her TV, and I don't think she knows how to go to the community tab or the playlist to find videos to watch. So even if I told her, hey, I did a video Saturday, did you see it? It was around 3:00 and it's in my playlist, she probably wouldn't know how to find it. I mean, she could probably get her son or her granddaughter or somebody to show her how to do it, or one of her grandkids. They've all got phones and they know how to do all that stuff. But I want her to be able to watch my videos. She likes watching my videos, especially my cooking videos, which, by the way, reminds me, I've got a recipe that I'm going to be making soon. It's one that I have on my food menu that I haven't made yet. And that's because I've got meals in the freezer right now that I'm working on eating down. I want to get them all down to where there's only like 2 or 3 of them before I make anything else to put in there. And it's called Greek casserole. I've talked about this before and said that I'm going to do that. When I do it, I will record a video of the Greek casserole so that y'all can see that. If y'all hear any noise, Ginger snores real bad. And she's over there sound asleep and she's snoring. So you might hear snoring. But yeah, I can see up there by the time on the thing that it's almost an hour. I'll wait till it gets to an hour, and then at the end of an hour, I'll sign off because I can't see what time it is, but these dogs will be ready to eat. They eat twice a day. I feed them at 7:00 in the morning and then 5:00 in the evening. So it'll soon be time for them to eat. I know they'll be ready for it. Jade will let me know when she needs to go out and when it's time to eat. Dogs can tell time. Did you know that? Mine can. At 7:00 in the morning, she's letting me know it's time to eat. And at 5:00 in the evening, she's back in here. And she'll sit right over there on the floor beside that table on that rug. And she don't actually bark. It's kind of a grumble. I call it grumble. But she makes noises to let me know it's time for our food, or I want to go out. She does it when she wants to go out too. After she gets through eating, she has to go out and do her business. So if I put the food down and I come in here to Ginger snoring real big, to watch TV or do a YouTube or whatever. When she gets through eating, she comes right there and sits there and does that. And I know, well, she's through eating, she wants to go out. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. I really appreciate it. I've only got 8 people watching, and looks like 8 thumbs up. Thank you guys for coming today. I'll try to post my next, there I went, an hour. My next time I do a live, I'll try to post it in my community post for those of you. I don't know what time's better for everybody. Thank you, Nancy Hopel. Thank you for that. I don't know how I will get that. Let's celebrate the she sent me a super chat, which is money that you send through lives, but I'm not sure how to get that. I don't know if they add that into my revenue or what goes on with it, but I appreciate that. Thank you. You are the second person that's done that. Hi, AJ. Hi. Thank you, Nancy. Hi, AJ. I'm glad you stopped by. You got it right at the tail end. I was just saying my goodbyes and telling everybody that I was fixing to go. Thank you. Bye, AJ. I'll be back on your channels soon to watch. I've been binge watching a lot of people's channels. I'll usually pick one channel and I'll binge watch 7 or 8 of their videos at one time back to back. So I'll see you, Joyce. I know you post 2 or 3 times a day. I'll watch you. I'll probably stop in for your live tomorrow, listen to you sing a little bit, and I'll visit AJ's channel. Thank you for the super chat to the lady Nancy. Was that your name? And y'all, thanks everyone for stopping in. I have 6 people still on here, 9 likes. It's been an hour. It's time for me to go. I've enjoyed this a lot. Now that I know how I can set this up, I don't know why this other phone's over there. It is being contrary like it is, but I'm glad I had this backup one tonight. And I will, so just kind of keep an eye on the community post. Next time I do a live, I'll put it on there. Thanks, everyone. Enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next video, which will be Monday, because I'm back to posting every other day now. I'm back on my regular scheduling, which today's Saturday, so I won't do one tomorrow, but I'll have one Monday. Thanks. See y'all later. Bye. All right, let me see if I can push the button.